So what I've done off camera is I've put some grey in using ultramarine and burnt umber, so I've darkened in one or two places just gently. I've brought some little touches of burnt umber onto the sepals and stamen, and what is left to do is maybe to darken the background. So I've made up a mix of sap green and ultramarine, and I'm going to do this on dry paper. You can do a wet and wet if you choose. So I'm going to darken up one or two areas near the flower. You'll see as I do that, the flower begins to jump. And then I'll run water. That's not very clean, it should be clean around that. So that outer edge will soften. You may even get sort of some brushy effects, but you'll see how that makes the light of the blossom really jump. And I'll do that, I think, at the bottom as well. So again, coming round here, you can change brushes if you choose. I think I'd probably better have a fine brush for this. Again, I'm at a little bit strange angle. So I'm not going to get rid of all the background. I still want to have some variation in it. But as I darken a little, and I'll just go around the edges, and again, rinse your brush out and run some water to one side of it, and it will soften. And that will make the colour jump. If you end up getting an edge, which I can see there, just put water around the edge of that and soften it out. And again, you can be neater than up in there. I think we need some dark over this side, so you don't want it everywhere. And you can, I'm running out of colour. This was bound to happen. When you're making a dark mix, make sure, so we're going into the sap green, and I'll go straight from the sap green into the blue, and then back to the sap green. So don't rinse your brush out in between times. If you run your brush into the water, which most people want to do because they obviously feel the brush is dirty, you immediately lighten your tone, and we don't want to lighten the tone. So again, I'm going to go into my water and dabble some water around the edge there. It can be sort of hit and miss. You can leave some little gaps if you choose. Up to you. Here we've got an edge, so I'm going to soften that away. And maybe have a little bit here. So I'm not going so much by the photo as where I feel it needs to be on the picture itself. So just need to neaten that up a little bit. And again, it makes the flowers start to jump, and then at the end you would have a choice on just making one or two little bits in the centre of the flower darker using your grey or your pink. I think I made my dark pink here slightly too strong, but I think the colour here was just right. And that basically, with any tweaking, is your apple blossom. Okay.